I know that ain't who I think it is. Come on in. Welcome back. And if you new here, welcome. Come in, sit down, enjoy yourself. Take this journey with me on my GLP-1 so that we can try to get this weight down. All right? All right. I just finished filming another video, but I need to catch up and get everything updated. So I decided to pop on in and fill you guys in on, and if you see me looking down, I have my weights, everything here that I'm going to be putting a video. And there's something else that I need to talk to y'all about. So keep watching. We are going to cover week 6 through week 10 with my weight. All right. Now, week 6, which was the week of 9/20, my weight ended up being from 220, which was the last video that I dropped, week 4 and 5, to being 218. So being able to lose about 2 pounds, slow and steady, wins the race, baby. Get into it. If you're not losing all these big crazy numbers, don't worry about it. You're still losing. Keep going. For week 7, which was the week of 9/27, I went from 218. Your girl went down to 215. Keeping it coming, dropping it down slow and steady. So that was 3 pounds. Now, moving in to week 8. That was the week of October the 4th. And I actually gained a pound that week. So instead of still being in 215, I went up to 216. Not mad at it. That was around, I believe, like the time, gearing up for my cycle. Y'all know, y'all have heard me talk about that, where I usually gain a little bit of weight. It comes on back off. Up in these weeks, I started to notice irritation in my injection sites. This is when I ended up getting DCA. And listen, I'm in no means putting it on DCA, because what I found out, it's not just them, okay? It's happening with Zepbound. It's happening with all of them, from what I'm reading. Even if you go to Eli Lilly's page with the Zepbound, they talk about it as well, okay? Around the 5-6 week mark, I guess, when I went, like I said, I went with DCA, and I started doing it in my arms instead of in my legs like I was with Wells, because I wanted to see, okay, does it make a difference where you do your injections as to what takes better with your body to help you to lose the weight? To me, I feel like it's about the same, whether it's the thigh or the arm. As far as me dropping the weight now, my stomach, I don't know. I just feel a little bit more nervous about the stomach, because I don't know. I just, I'm not, I ain't ready for that. I stick to what I've been doing. When I started in this arm, after a couple of days, it started to itch at the injection site. And so, I was, scratching and carrying on. And I didn't mention it because I thought maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. You know what I mean? Because when we went into talking about symptoms, things like that, it never dawned on me, like, talk about the itchy spot, right? Okay. And if you can see these spots, yeah. My injection sites, they still have not fully cleared up. There's still those dark spots, which I hope they start to go away. So, of course, I'm rotating arms. Then I get to this arm. Once again, couple of days, it go to itching. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm thinking, okay, well, eventually it'll go, it'll stop itching. No. It didn't. So by that third time, we get back over to this arm, which that's why you see like multiple shot injection site spots that's left there. I'm like, now wait a minute. This going on like the third week. This sucker still ain't cleared up as far as appearance. It's still itching after 3 weeks. What's going on? What is going on? So I get on the computer, and that's when I started to research. When I started to research, like I say, I went to Eli Lilly to see, like, is this just a compounded medicine? Is this DCA? What is happening? Because, like I say, week 1 through about 4 with Wells, I didn't experience any of this in my thigh. I'm on Reddit, I'm on everything, and come to find out, other people are showing their spots. And what I did notice is when it was fresh, it would be like these little white specks or whatever in the skin too, which was saying more so like allergic reaction, and I don't know the technical stuff that go into it, but basically it was talking about how your body may be rejecting something or whatever. But it was making me nervous because I was just like, look, we on a roll. We're losing this weight. We're not trying to let up. I found something that works. But then I'm like, now y'all talking about, well, what if it get worse? The way that they was talking about allergic reactions and things like that, I'm like, listen, I don't have no EpiPens. I don't have none of that stuff. I don't want to stop. I didn't put any creams on it. I said, okay, this time let's do DCA in my thigh. Let's see if maybe it has something to do with the skin here being maybe more sensitive down on the thigh. Nah. Same thing, it made injection site, mark, the itching, everything. I will say I don't feel like my thigh itched as bad as my arms. Are y'all experiencing injection site irritation and itching? When I did go to my doctor with Mochi and let him know, he didn't seem to be alarmed as far as like it was doing something out of the ordinary, because he was saying basically, Benadryl or the ice. But he did say, well, I would like to move you from the Tirzepetide niacinamide mix or compound that you're on, and actually move you to niacinamide, I think it's L-carnitine, but it would be going through a different compounding pharmacy. I'm trying to think, who was that? I can't even think of the compounding pharmacy, but whoever they were, I have never heard of these people, which they could be good, but like I told him, I really am weary about going to that new pharmacy. I've not heard anything about them. I went over to Facebook, GLP-1 groups. Nobody made mention of whoever this pharmacy is before in the groups. And I just told them I really would like to stick with something that I know is going to work. Especially like if I'm paying my money. I need to know that it is working. You know what I mean? So he agreed. He did let me stay on it, which is what I got here. I'm really hoping that as time does go on, maybe my body will get used to it, that it'll stop. What has your experience been like with this? If it did start itching, when did it start for you? Did it ever stop? That's one of the symptoms that I have been noticing. Now let's get back to the weight loss, because I did want to throw that in there to let you know that during these particular weeks, this is what started up for me. Week 9, which was the week of 10-11, I went from 216 to 214. So 2 pounds. And then week 10, which is October 18th, I went from 214 down to 211.5. That catches us up to what my weigh-ins have been like. And I probably also will throw in you being able to see me do my injections for each week. But I'm just glad that you guys showed up again, still rocking with me. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to come here. If you do have any questions that I can possibly answer, please leave them in the comment section. And if I can't answer it, maybe somebody else in the comments will see it, help us out. We're building our own little community where we are uplifting and encouraging one another on this journey. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for sliding back in. Peace out, guys. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Time for another weekly shot. So, let's get into it. We are going to get my needle. I always have trouble opening this. Good God Almighty. Okay. Last week I did it towards the back of this arm, so I'm gonna do on the back of this arm. Child, I got on glasses and I can't see worth a darn. And don't y'all be talking crazy about me. Yeah. Hold up. Let's see here. Okay. Hold up, hold up. Yeah. All right, that's it. Hey guys, so we're gonna do this week's injection together. Last week I did it in the right upper arm. We're gonna do it in the left today. And that's it for taking our injection.